Hello, this is my first YouTube video, and I'm doing a little tutorial on how I create my wheat farm. As you can see here, it's working away nicely. So I'm going to show you how to create it, or the way I do anyway. Just a few things to start off with. When it actually creates the farm, puts these blocks down, it'll clear around it, so it can put the blocks down. But what it doesn't do is that if you build it up on the shelf like that and the blocks come over the side, it doesn't fill up underneath. So, whoops. So you could end up with a corner over the edge, and this is what happens. You end up with water coming out the bottom of it. And how I created this is the unit there that actually creates the blocks is the same level. It's got to be the same level as where you actually want the blocks. So if I put it up in the air, it's going to put the blocks up in the air. So that's one little interesting point there, and now I'll show you how I'll create one. You don't have to create it on a flat land like that. Let's go over here somewhere. Right, what I do first, here we'll do. First I dig a hole 2 deep and about 14 long. So I got one. 15, that'll do. And it's got to be 3. Now I'm doing a 2 deep here, and as you can see when I get over there it goes to 3 deep. But that's the height where I want my blocks. So make a step here so we can get out. Now the materials you need, you'll pick up the sand blocks, the third. The farm, the harvester unit, we need some power supplies, some seeds, and we need these different pipes. Now we're going to use the stone ones first. Now the stone ones I'll use to send seeds back to the machine. So what we do is bring it back up here, right? And in the channel itself we'll go along and put it down one side to the end, and then what you do is you bring it across. Now what you do is you put a iron pipe on top, which is directional pipe. Now that's sitting the right way. Now to change the direction into a directional pipe, you use your wrench, and as you can see, whoops, we haven't got a pipe on top, so right. You click with the pipe, you can see that it changes directions. The solid part is the part where it sends it back, the clear part is where it lets it go through. Okay, let's get back up there. Now what we do is we put one up on that, then we put another directional pipe, and then we go on to cobblestone pipes. So you've got the stone pipe and cobblestone pipe. So that's the pipe where everything goes in, and that'll be the pipe where everything goes out. So we do the direction that way. Right. Now we send it back down to the bottom. Whoops. Right, and what we do here is we go one up there, across to the other side, down to there. Right. So there we have it. Because it's a stone pipe and a cobble pipe, they won't mix. So that is good. Right. So we've got this pipe system set up so far. And the next we need, of course, is our power line. Now, we've got it too high, so we want it the top of the power line in this section. It's got to be the top, the level you want it. Okay, sorry about that. Was my phone going off? Anyway, what I was saying is that's the height of what the farm's going to be. So we're going to have the top of the electrical pipe the same height. That's too high for some reason. Oops, I've done a boo-boo. How do you like that? That's too high. Oh, whoop there. Embarrassing. Right, that's supposed to be there. That's better. Right, so you've got that, and right, this is where the farm sits on. Then we have a gap. Then we will have where the harvest sits on. Now the farm does a 15 by 15 square, where the harvester actually does 17 by 17. That's why you can have a gap between the two blocks. So you've got that much, and then bring it down, and we go off to where we're going to put the motor. I'll stick it out the way over here somewhere. Right, we need a wooden conductive one for that. Use 3 of these motors. We'll stick 3 switches down so we can turn them on and off. I love the way they all go the right way around, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Right, so that's the pipe system so far. Right. So you got there, one up, then across. Right, so you got the seeds coming down this one, going up there, and goes across there, and back down, back out. Now for this end, what we're going to do is, that's the pipes coming out. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick a diamond pipe on it. Now a diamond pipe is a sorting pipe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick one chest there. That'll be for the wheat. That'll be for the seeds, and that one is for sand, which I'll explain to you in a little while. So if you go on there, color coded, we've got red for wheat, blue for seeds, and yellow for sand. So we have sand, wheat, blue, pink, no, wheat. Wheat red. Wheat red, and seeds on blue. Have we got it? Yep, seeds, red. Okay, that's the right way around. Now what we do with this pipe, this is stone, we bring around here. Now we're going to put a wooden one off of there. Whoops, off of that. Did I do something? Oh, that's the stone one I said, didn't I? Yep. Stone, and that'd be where the seeds go in. Now you need a motor for that. Right. And what I'm going to connect up to this motor is a sequencer. I'll explain to you why as I go along. Now the sequencer, it creates a pulse, but not like the timer, which is a quick pulse. This one, it leaves it on for a little while, and that leaving on gives that enough time to actually activate. If you put a timer on there, the pulse is too quick for it. So that's, oh, we've got night time coming, so we better. Yeah, I'm just chucking in a breaker here because I realised afterwards I forgot to explain why I actually use the sequencer here. Now if you look down and you can see the seeds coming out of there, they're all the same distance apart. You've got a bit of a gap between them. See? There you go, another one, and another one. Now the reason I do that is that you always want things to work perfect. So now when you look at the tubes here, you've got, it comes up there, and as it's coming up to there, this unit here lets it know if it wants another seed or not. Now, if I didn't have the sequences, you could end up with bundles of seeds, and what happens is it says, yes, I want one, the bundle of seeds come up, and by the time it goes through and the thing says, well, I'm full, we've already got the bundle of seeds in there, so they're just going to drop out. So to avoid that, we put a distance between each seed, and that way comes up, says, yeah, I want one, that one goes in, and this one is still coming up. And when that one goes in, it says, yes, I've got it, I don't want any more. This one says, okay, I'll go past. That's the only reason why, and it works quite well. As you can see, there's nothing falling out or hanging around down there, so, and that is the reason why. So, and what happens here is, on the harvesting, when you harvest and see how I've got the gap, well, the harvest you end up with more seeds, of course, and the extra seeds end up staying behind. As you can see, it's building up slowly. The extra seeds stay behind because it doesn't fit in the sequence. As you can see, it's that many. It's a good little ratio. But yeah, so that's the reason for the actual sequencer on here. Put a gap in between the seeds. Okay then, that's the end of my little breaker. Right, so there we've got our sorter. Right. Now for the 2 units. Alright, we'll put our farm on the front one, and our harvester on that. So you can see the pipes actually both of them on one side. You got the seeds coming up, going across, back down. So when it harvests, all the wheat will come out of there. If it tries to go that way, it will bounce back and go back down there. Yeah. Now the reason I've got a directional one in there is because sometimes this creates a sand block. And if a sand block comes out, you don't want to go down that way because you'll end up in the same box. You could end up in the same box as for the seeds, so that's no good. So we put a directional one there to stop anything going back. Okay, now the other thing we need is we need to cover this in a bit. Because that's how I said to you, on the farm we got the water comes out, we don't want the water to fill up the trench for us. So I'll just, I know I'm bloody slow, but bear with me. Right, that should be enough, I think. Okay, now I've got all that set up, we've got all that set up. Now, what we need in here is we need dirt. That's to create blocks. And in this section, we need the seeds. Right, so plant seeds. Now, the last thing that's missing is power. So we go with these steam engines. Fill them up with some coal. In this case, I'm using charcoal. Fill it up with them, and let's turn it on and see what happens. Yep, we've got power. You can see the blue line flashes through there. Everything looks alright there. Now, oh, as you can see, it's clearing the spot. Right, because the harvester is below, is at this level, it's going to clear this level. Now, unlike the quarry, which actually destroys all the blocks, this one drops them off, so you can actually go and pick them up. Alright, meanwhile, while this is going away nicely, I'll explain to you about the sand blocks. I can do that over on this one. See, when you, like with the farms and that, when you step on here, see how it creates, you step on it, it does that? Well, when it clears it, sooner or later it will actually fix that up. And when it fixes that up, it'll actually create a sand block, and it'll spit out a sand block. Come on, wake up. Hello. Right, now it'll spit out a sand block out of here. There it goes. And that's why that pipe is there, the directional pipe is there, because you do not want that sand block to go down that way. Even though the directional pipe is a wooden directional pipe on here, that is a directional pipe, but it's not very good. It will actually sometimes let things through. So that's the reason why for that. And when it's actually putting the blocks together and doing the tops of them, you end up with a few blocks of sand. So let's see how we're going over here. Looks like it's still clearing away. Very nicely by the looks of it. Now what it'll do, it creates 4 space, and it actually goes 6 blocks high. But we don't have to go 6 blocks high. Yeah. Alright. And yeah. So that's what it'll do. Create a square, 4 wide. Okay, what I'll do is I'll stand on here, and I'll cut it here and come back to you when it's actually done. Oh, look at that, it's creating the sand. Okay, it's finished putting the blocks down. Now it's putting the seeds down. And as you can see, it's dug out a nice square patch there. Look at that. Nice little farm. Okay. So, well, we've got one sand block. And well, that is it really. You don't have to do any more to it. Just wait for the harvest now. So that's all done. As the sun's setting, I say thank you very much for watching the video, and have fun with Minecraft. Thank you.